What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and I think it's time for another episode of Story Time. So this is a series where I just kind of tell you stories about my life, what's going on or what went on. Today is going to be one of those examples of what went on, and it's the story of the time I got hit by lightning. Yep, hit by lightning. It's 100% true. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I promise you this story is 100% true. And I have a ton of stories like this. I really, really do. So if you guys want to hear more story time, all you got to do is leave a like rating and let me know that you want to see more. The three options you have for the next story time video: the time I got stitches on my eye, the time I broke my wrist, or the time I broke my collarbone. So let me know down in the comment section what you want to see. And if you want to see more story time, just simply leave a like rating. The more likes this video gets, the more likely I am to upload that episode. So like I said, if you want to see more, hit that like button. Also, if you're interested in the whole face cam thing we got going on here, I got a Let's Play channel where I just started a Let's Play of No Man's Sky. So if you want to see that, that link is down in the description. You can check that out. But the story of how I got hit by lightning. So at the time, I was still doing YouTube at the time. It was way back in the day, I believe in 2011. Yes, I've been doing YouTube for that long, just not always Call of Duty. And this was one of those examples of when I was not doing Call of Duty. I was in the middle of editing a Terraria video. Yep, I was one of those guys. I uploaded Terraria videos, actually on this channel. The video's gone now. I deleted it, but it was there, I promise you. And this video, I believe I was editing the second episode of the Terraria Let's Play. So at the time, I didn't have a good enough computer to edit videos on. So I was using my parents' PC. I had my laptop over here, the PC here, because I'm working on both of them at the same time. So I had one hand on the mouse, one hand on my laptop. And at the time, there was like this kind of wimpy thunderstorm going on. You know, like one of those ones with a super low amount of rain, and it was just off in the distance. Thunder and lightning were super, super far away. But then all of a sudden, I guess the wind shifted or something like that, and all of a sudden it started to pour. And the reason why I knew this, I was in the basement working on the video, but upstairs at the side door, we had one of those like awnings over the door to protect you from rain while you try to get your keys in. And this awning was for some freaking reason made of metal. So when it started to rain, it sounded like giant hail was hitting this metal awning. Even though it wasn't, it was the way it sounded. But the more and more it started to rain, when it rained really heavy, it sounded like someone was just smashing the shit out of this awning with a goddamn baseball bat. Of course, that wasn't happening. It was just a ton of rain. But I could tell it started to rain like crazy, and I'm like, oh shit. But then I look out the window. I remember looking out the window, hearing thunder, seeing some lightning, going back to the computer, and then as I reach for the mouse to start editing the video again, as I reach for the mouse, there's this giant blue flash of light. And I remember specifically looking over at my laptop, seeing this giant blue flash of light. My computer screen went green because my computer was plugged in, and at that moment, as I was reaching for the mouse to see the flash of light, this zap goes from the mouse into my hand, and instantly my hand retracts. Like, it didn't really hurt, like that's not the way I would explain it, but my hand retracts uncontrollably. Like, I couldn't do anything about it. Because what happens, if you didn't know, when electrical impulses go into your arm, all your muscles contract. So that's why everything went into my body. And people who actually get fully hit by lightning, their whole body does this. Like, they basically go like this. Fortunately, my whole body didn't get hit by lightning. It was just into my arm, and I wasn't directly hit. My house was hit. But at this moment, I didn't really know what was going on. My computer turned off at this point, like my laptop turned off. The computer itself stayed on, and everything else was fine. But my laptop turned off because it was plugged in. Fortunately, it had a grounding plug. It wasn't just a normal plug, so the laptop was actually fine, but it turned off for some reason. At that moment, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, so I ran upstairs and told my mom what happened. Of course, she didn't believe me, but I told her, and I'm like, I'm dead serious, and she didn't believe me, but then my arms started, like, twitching, like, the muscles started, like, contracting uncontrollably, like, I couldn't do anything about it. So at that point, she got on the phone and called Canada Telehealth. There's a thing on the back of people's health cards in Canada, you can call it, and they'll give you medical advice. Basically, my mom's on the phone with this chick. My mom's like, here's what happened, at least here's what he's saying happened, and his arm's uncontrollably twitching, like he can't do anything about it. And she's like, if someone gets hit by lightning, this is normal. I'd wait about 10 minutes. The worst thing that can happen is he'll have a heart attack. What do you mean this is the worst thing that can happen? Like, so instantly my mom starts to freak out a little bit, but then she's like, he's fine, he hasn't had a heart attack. She says, if anything happens, like if he starts twitching more, or after 10 minutes he's still twitching, go to the hospital. That's what she said. After the 10 minutes, I kind of stopped twitching. It was still there a little bit, but not like it was at first, so we kind of just left it. I went downstairs, and I'm pretty sure at this point my mom still didn't believe me. As I go downstairs, though, I hear this, like, hissing sound slash, you know the sound when you go to plug something into a plug, and it kind of makes that electrical arc where it jumps to the plug, like the little zap, kind of? I'm hearing that noise coming from the basement. So I kind of get down there, I walk into the room, and it gets louder. I start walking towards this lamp, and it gets louder, and then I get closer and closer, and the closer I get, the louder this really weird noise gets. And when I get close to this lamp, I see that this whole lamp is freaking fried. The lamp just doesn't work anymore. All the cables throughout the whole thing, 100% fried. I'm like, see, something weird is going on here. As I go into the other room, my Hauppauge, the HD PVR that I had at the time, Hauppauge, it was before an Elgato. This was basically the top of the line PVR at the time. There was that and the Blackmagic Intensity Pro. There were those two. And at the time I was using a Hauppauge, and unfortunately it was not plugged into a grounding power bar. If you have any electrical equipment that does not have a grounding plug, make sure you plug it in to a power bar. If not, and your house gets hit by lightning, it will get fried. Perfect example, Hauppauge did not have a grounding plug, was plugged into the wall, the whole freaking thing got fried. I tell my mom, she's like, holy shit, our house did get hit by lightning. At that point, our house did not get damaged at all, however, a bunch of electrical appliances did. A couple of lamps, a coffee maker, my Hauppauge, and there was something else. I think it was my TV. At the time, I had a non-LCD TV upstairs in my bedroom that got 100% fried. So there was all this electrical equipment that got fried, and at the time, my mom just didn't believe me. She just thought it was me being bullshitting her. But it was true. Our house got hit by lightning. I got a little zap. It wasn't as bad as it nearly could have been. I guess, has anyone, like your parents, ever told you it's bad to be on the computer during a lightning or thunderstorm? I guess that's why, I mean, I still do it, but, yeah. It was a really weird experience. It hurt a little bit, but it was more just shocking. What a pun. It really was, though. It was more just shocking, and, like, the whole, like, flinching aspect of it was just weird. But guys, that is the story of how I got hit by lightning. If you enjoyed it, it'd be fantastic if you'd leave a like rating. The more likes this gets, the more likely I am to upload another story time. You can hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, I upload new Call of Duty videos every single day of the week. And if that's something you're interested in, that subscribe button is sitting there with your name on it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you. And until next time, peace out.
You should take it slow.